And just like that, Coach Speak is underway. Another edition. Woohoo! There's Corey. There's Ira. I am Jeff. Ben, he's chopping the clips up. He's getting them ready. We are ready to go. Another week. More coaches. Angry, sad, happy, foolish, wise. We'll find out. Pat Narduzzi, bit of a badass. I kind of like Pat Narduzzi. He's going to lead us off. Has he not been?
Yeah, Pat Narduzzi. It's been a while since we've been down to up to Boo City, PA. I don't know if you guys remember that. Coach Speaks.
Yeah.
But he had some interesting comments. We're going to have a couple coaches on here who have some interesting thoughts on Notre Dame. So Pitt's getting ready to play Notre Dame. This is Pat's thoughts on that matchup. In the first clip, he's asked an interesting question. And the second clip is a follow-up to what he said in the first clip. So stay tuned.
Must win for this team when it comes to it.
Absolutely not. It is not an ACC game. I'm glad you brought that up. It's not an ACC game. I gladly get beat 103 or 110 to 10 in that game. They can put 100 up on us as long as we win the next two after that. But again, our focus is on Notre Dame and getting as
clearly
as we can.
Just want to ask you about it off the bat. On Monday, you made a comment that got a lot of national attention. You'd rather lose to Notre Dame by 100 if it meant you could win. You want to clarify that or follow up on that?
Just again, trying to take stress off our team. I don't like pressure, and I misspoke. So that's what it is. Next question.
Okay, he doesn't like pressure. That's interesting. What a weird way to frame that. That's funny.
Why do you think he thought it was okay to say I'd be fine losing 110 to 3 or whatever to Notre Dame?
I think I know, Ira.
All right.
I think he's trying. Obviously, I think there is a component of this, like, hey, I'd rather win the ACC, all of that. That's fine. But I think he was trying to, kind of belittle Notre Dame a little bit. Like, it's not this big game that you guys feel that it is just because it's Notre Dame. Hell, we can lose this game. Doesn't matter to me as long as we win the ACC.
Yeah. I got you. All right. I see you. I don't know if I buy it because it's almost like, they've had a really good season. They've had a great season, especially given what the expectations were after the way last season ended with 7 straight losses or something great, 5, 6 straight losses. But so I guess he's at the point where he doesn't want if we get our butts beat by Notre Dame, we don't want people saying everything's ruined. So you're setting it up that way, but he just got a little carried away with the phrasing. I did like the way that the damage control in the follow-up press conference. He's like, never, I'm not even addressing that. Moving on. Next question.
May have misspoke.
I don't think he misspoke. He meant exactly what he said. We could lose by 100. I just liked that he was specific that his team would score 10. Mm-hmm. He didn't say 100 to nothing. He said 110 to 10 or 103 to 10. But his team's going to score 10 points.
Feels good about that, Corey.
Yeah, man, you're going to go. That's 2 scores. That's 2 scores right there.
Baseline of 10 right there for sure.
As long as we don't get shut out.
Yeah, I do. I think there might have been a little bit of undercutting Notre Dame there. Just sort of like, man, why do we got to prop up Notre Dame all the damn time?
Well, it's not a conference game, and it isn't. Like, Notre Dame's not in this in its conference. It's not in the ACC, so it doesn't, they could win that game, but it won't matter if they lose either one of the next 2. It isn't. Right. Those 2 games are bigger for their end goals of getting to the playoffs.
Ben, it was fun to start with Narduzzi. I like him. Who do we got next?
Yeah, we'll have more coaches talking about Notre Dame coming up. Let's go with another one of our Coach Speak staples, and that's Dave Aranda. I feel like it's been a couple of weeks since we've heard from Dave. So this is Dave being asked to describe Utah coach Kyle Whittingham.
Is Baylor win or lose last week?
Describe Kyle Whittingham.
I can't. I think they might have won, but they're coming off a bye week, and they've got Utah this week. They've got Utah this week. So he was asked about his relationship with Kyle Whittingham. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Conversations. I know you played them. Obviously, your thoughts about him.
We sat next to each other at one of the Big 12 spring meetings, and he had a picture on his phone of gosh. If he hears this, I want to try to get this right. I think it was a Led Zeppelin album cover. So we were talking about that, and he's talking about all the concerts he's been to, and his favorite guitarist, and how he likes to ride his motorcycle. And these are all things that are not with me necessarily. So I was learning about him, and his likes and stuff. And so I just a way cool dude. I could just see how people would love to play for him. He's just so relatable, and he was I think they wanted to start the meeting, but we were talking about like the fourth album and just all the certain tracks he likes and all the things. And so
When the Levee Breaks is a good one.
Him,
Going to California.
Anytime that you see him and Kalani together, they're so close, and Kalani Satake and just their relationship. And so whether it's Kalani or it's Gary Anderson, there's a tree that he's got that's a really cool one that's just got really quality, good people. So it says a lot about him.
What would the pictures on your phone be?
Oh, no.
Not hard rock albums, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate. I love what he said. He's at rock concerts, Led Zeppelin, his motorcycle. It's all stuff that doesn't resonate with me at all. Like he starts having his heart. Like this is all stuff that's really hits home with me. But he's like all stuff that I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, that's a weird time to pat your heart when you're saying you don't agree with it at all.
I thought for sure if we were going to talk about the covers, Led Zeppelin album covers, and I think I have every Led Zeppelin record. I was like, well, he's either talking about Led Zeppelin 3, which has a crazy album cover. He could be talking about Houses of the Holy.
I was thinking Houses of the Holy first.
Yeah.
It's Dave Aranda that's looking at the phone. He has no idea what he's looking at.
Right.
Like he doesn't know what any of those album covers are.
But the fact that he mentioned Led Zeppelin 4 means he was told what album that was.
He didn't. He said the fourth album. He doesn't even know how to say it.
Oh, okay.
He said the fourth album from that rock group Led Zeppelin, whatever it was called.
Yeah, we're piecing together when he said fourth album that it was Zeppelin 4.
I gotcha. So, because if he had been specific and said, listen, it was something like, In Through the Outdoor, and I just want like, oh, okay, look at my man. He does have an indelible memory.
I would love to get Whittingham's. What is Whittingham's memory of that conversation? Somebody's like, hey, who'd you sit with at the meeting? Oh, the Baylor coach. What'd y'all talk about? He kept creeping on my phone. He was looking at my phone, and then he asked me what Led Zeppelin was. And so I was explaining to him who Robert Plant and Jimmy Page were for 5 minutes, and he was trying to tell me about Sade. And so we talked about music, our favorite musical tastes.
Motorcycles as well.
Yeah, because I'm not 100% sure he got Zeppelin right. Like we think it was the Zeppelin 4 because he thinks it's Zeppelin, and he mentions the fourth album. So we're putting clues together. Yeah. But it may have been, Quiet Riot. For all we know.
Man, come on. Give Dave a little more credit than that. He's not going to mistake Led Zeppelin for Quiet Riot. Come on.
I think that's the first time we've ever heard him laugh. It's a hearty laugh.
That was a hearty laugh.
Good job, Dave.
But if it was an artist, if Dave had an artist on his phone, he says it would not be hard rock or heavy metal. Who would it be, you think? Corey thinks Sade.
Or Sade.
Not a bad guess there.
Maybe
I said Kenny G too.
I was going to say the pan flute guy.
Oh, Zamfir.
Yes.
Yeah, Zamfir. He could have been Zamfir. He likes ass sorry music. And Sade is not ass sorry, but that at all. But there's a good chance he likes terrible music.
I think he likes like post 1986 Billy Joel, like River of Dreams. He's probably got the Billy Joel riff,
which is awful. Yeah. So you could picture him walking the halls at Baylor singing "In the Middle of the Night."
We're not turning this into Billy Joel slander. We need to move on, Ben.
Hey, post 1980 Billy Joel.
When you get late 80s, early 90s Joel, he's got to go.
Next clip.
He's got to go.
I don't know what's going on here, but I got you, Ira. I got you. Kentucky and Louisville game was this week. Of course, I was going to bring this up. We've got clips from both coaches. We're going to start with Mark Pope, though. This was ahead of the game.
Oh, this is basketball. You got to specify.
And who won that game, Ben?
The Cards.
Weird.
Louisville. Big win for Louisville.
Yeah, we know.
So we're going to hear from both coaches. I don't know why they played so early before the football game, but we start with Mark Pope, who might have had some interesting struggles leading up to the Louisville game. Here he is on his radio show post-game before they played Louisville.
You know what? Here's the thing, guys. I got an issue. So I actually got a notice that I have to go do jury duty.
Wow.
So it's really true. Is it your fault? Did you? So I have to call in starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every day at 4:30 to see if I get assigned to jury duty, which is semi-inconvenient, but I do love this Commonwealth and I love this state and I want to do my part. So
Don't you have a game next week?
we'll see how this goes. I think what I'm doing is I think I'm gonna jump on Instagram Live every day at 4:30 and invite anybody to just see what happens. Like, am I showing up at the courthouse? It's gonna be awesome. And so I actually don't know what I'm hoping for here. We'll see. Has anybody served jury duty here?
I mean, probably.
My most important question is, do they serve you lunch?
Yep.
They do not serve lunch? Do you get a lunch break?
Yeah, Mark.
What in the hell?
Is there anybody that would be willing to substitute for me in jury duty?
A great radio
That's how it works.
By the way, this is the worst radio show in history. And secondly, or TV show. Secondly, he knows exactly what he was doing. He doesn't want to serve the great Commonwealth of Kentucky. He's trying to get out of jury duty. Just say it.
Hey, I've only been doing this, I don't know, 33 years. I've never, ever heard of a coach getting called for jury duty. I don't know why they don't. It seems like it could happen.
They do. They just don't. I'm sure they don't talk about it. They must.
Well, yeah, except you would have heard about it if Bobby Bowden had to go serve jury duty the week of the Florida game. Or if, I mean, it's just like that is absurd to think about. He's going to play Louisville and he's got to spend time at jury duty. I mean, that's a weird situation that we've never.
I think
it's just weird that we've
back.
never heard. It's weird that we've never heard of that. I've never heard of it once.
I think he thought he was being clever.
Yeah, I thought he was being cute, and I think it must happen. I mean, assistants. I mean, they're all citizens. They live here. I think you would explain to the clerk of courts, "Hey, I'm a coach. I can't do it during this time. Can we push it back till February?" If you're a football coach, I mean. I mean, there's no way Bobby Bowden wasn't called for jury duty once in 40 years living here.
I agree.
I've been called. I get called every 5 months, Ira.
That's not true.
I get called every 5 months.
And I also think I'm just saying we would have heard about it. It's weird that we've never heard. That's a weird thing we've never heard about until
very
just
vocal.
now.
Not as many people are as transparent as Mark Pope. Also, what are we doing with the girl trying to get stuff signed? Why does she have to be in the camera holding her basketballs in a poster?
Well,
what's going on there?
It's a radio show.
But
the host
slide off a little bit. It didn't look like a radio show to me. It looked like I could see him. Get off the camera a little bit, and he can't sign it right now anyway because he's telling everybody about jury duty.
The whole thing sucks. I hate him. That's it. I'm done with him.
I'm glad they lost.
Screw him. He's a clown. Ben.
Hey, I agree. Let's go on to the winning coach now, Kelsey, who sustained an injury celebrating post-game after the Cards beat the Cats. He was asked about that in the post-game presser.
What a rival.
Yeah, I noticed you had some tape or a bandage on your finger. I was just wondering what happened there. Was that happen during the celebration?
Do I have to tell? I can't believe you guys got the dance video. I forget there's cameras in there. I did like the tick from like 1985. So I don't know if it's broken, but I dislocated my finger, and it was like that way. It was 90 degrees. I looked down and I'm like, oh. And Doc was right there, and he came over and he like yanked that sucker back in place. So I tell our guys all the time, rub a little dirt on it. When's practice? Let's go.
Was that in the game? Just like mid-game?
No. So we go in the practice gym, and all the coaches are in there, and that's where we meet before we go in and see the team, and we hug it out, and we do all that stuff all the time. Well, as soon as I walked in, those guys just start running at me and chasing me. So, like, I was doing the, when a guy gets a walk-off home run sometime and everybody mobs him and he just runs around the field. So I'm like, I can move now. I'm 50, but I got some wheels. So there's a curtain that separates the two halves of the court in the practice gym over there. So I try to like bust through when my finger gets stinking caught on something and it like yanks it sideways. And I look down, I'm like, oh. There was so much adrenaline going on in my body right now. I didn't feel anything when Doc was pulling that thing. I'll tell you that.
On a curtain though?
Back to basketball, I guess. Ananda Fruit.
Yeah, what are we doing?
I mean, number one, credit to the reporter for asking the follow-up because he didn't explain what happened. He just said that the first question, he didn't even explain what happened. So at least the guy got a follow-up and got to the bottom of how in the world a college basketball coach breaks their finger celebrating.
Dislocated.
The tick? I don't remember the tick.
Don't know that one. Ira,
you and I know the dances from the 80s, buddy. I don't remember the tick.
I don't remember it either. It looked like he was starting to show it to us, and then he didn't. I also appreciate him saying that, I didn't realize we have cameras in there. Man, every single coach, they invite – the social media team doesn't barge in there. They're not coming in there unless the coach says they can come in there after a big win. So he's like, I didn't even realize there was a camera in there. It's crazy.
A Louisville staff member and several others that are holding the cameras because everything is documented for a cinematic recap.
Yeah. So
I like the picture of him telling us what an athlete he is, and he's doing this. Like, I got some wheels now as he's showing us the injury he suffered trying to run.
Run hard. Yeah. But that's a really fine basketball team, and they got
he's a good coach.
They got a super freshman. He's a good coach. Who we got, Ben?
Hey, this is the second time Corey is going to be making an appearance on Coach Speak with a question that he asked this year. Step your game up, Ira. Come on, man. This is from Mike Norvell's press conference, a small segment from a question Corey asked that prompted the FSU coach.
Can't run the whole thing.
In around 6-minute answer. Yeah, we're not going to do
It
that.
would be days.
It's under 3 minutes. If you guys want me to stop it at any point, please let me know.
I might.
I know you take it day to day, week to week, game to game. Fans don't. What do you think the trajectory is for this program heading into 2026? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I've got an elite level confidence for what's ahead for this program.
So I was about to stumble my way through another part of the question, and he caught the pause and started answering it. And I'm like, you know what? He's going to answer it fine. He's going to answer the way he wants to answer it. And I don't even know where I was going with it. So I'm glad he stopped me, and it became more of just a 8-word question as opposed to my normal questions that meander into paragraphs sometimes.
Kudos to you, Mike Norvell. You did something right this year. There you go.
Big win.
Everywhere I've been, I've won a championship. The 1 year at Pitt, we did not. But everywhere else, right, I've been as a player and as a coach. I know what it looks like, and I've actually done it. Right, and that's why when I can sit there and say that with confidence, we are going to get this back. Fixed it once, we're going to fix it again. And we're in the process of that fix now, and that's not good. What we've done is not to the standard of Florida State this year. I understand that. I fully am aware that we've got to win the close games. We've got to be able to play our best. Every opportunity that we step on that field. And
it's a nice best though.
The work.
It's a great best.
That's happening, right? The belief is there, and I'm not saying that just from a coach that's standing in front of you. I'm saying it from I see these players, I see their
By the way,
heart,
this
their
is
investment.
6 minutes of uninterrupted eye contact.
I mean, it was.
He's looking at me the entire time.
That's where I can sit here and stand confidently in front of you, and
he's literally not looking.
You're not at practice, and that's fine. That was my decision to make too.
Again. When he has to think of something to say,
he looks those guys that are on this football team that every day they just need to focus on them. They need to focus on what they're doing. They don't need the outside perspective of who's doing this or who's doing that. That's why I chose to do that. They need today to where they can get to centralize all their focus on what is necessary for them to go get better, right? And you look across college football. Right, really talented teams where everybody's got an opinion on what they're going to do and where they're going to go and what they're going to be, and week in and week out, you see disappointing outcomes, right? And I'm fully aware the outside narrative around our team is not good. Around me is probably not good. That's fine. That will not affect the job that I'm going to show up and do. Right, the job I'm going to show up and do is I'm going to pour everything I have into this team with a championship expectation, right, for us to go grow and be better. And why I can say that? Because I've actually won a championship. I've done that. And we're going to do it again. And we're going to do it here. Right? And that might piss people off. So be it. Right? They'll be celebrating when we're hoisting a trophy. And it will be the belief and that I see from our players, the belief that I see.
Now he's meandering. Did you guys, either one of you, take issue with the whole championships thing?
I was confused because Aslan's like, as soon as because it's Aslan, of course, he's like, man, he didn't win a championship at Tulsa or Arizona State. And I'm like, did they play in a championship? He's like, yeah, they did. Oh, there you go. They played in championship games, so they won division championships. That counts.
So we're getting loose with championships. I got you.
Ira?
Yeah, no, I mean, the whole thing was bizarre. I mean, it definitely felt like, we talked about this on headlines during the week, but, it just felt like he was so down after the loss against at Clemson. It seemed like maybe somebody coached him up and said, hey, man, if you're leading these 100 football players, you need to project a more positive outlook. And so I think that's what he was doing. But, yeah, I mean, it was strange for year 6. And then the line about, I fixed it before, we'll fix it again. It's like, well, it's not like you fixed it and then left and somebody ruined it and then you came back. Like, you've been here the whole time. So
he fixed it and broke it and now gets to fix it again.
And don't you worry, everybody. You may be doubting me now, but you'll be celebrating when we do. No, Mike. We'll be celebrating when you're gone.
That was the line where he's like, we're gonna win championships again. And that might piss people off, but they'll be celebrating when we hoist that trophy. That was like the 12 seconds where people were like, what?
Yeah.
That I think that's where he took it to another level, because then it became like, not only am I coming back next year, we're going to be awesome next year. And I don't care if y'all are pissed off about me coming back next year. You won't be pissed off when I'm in Charlotte holding up that ACC division conference championship title.
It is a nice vest, though. So
I like the vest. I like the vest. Who we got, Ben?
All right, guys. It seems like Jeff Traylor has become a mainstay on this show.
I wanted to hear from Jeff.
I love it. We all love to hear from Jeff. And this is unfortunately after UTSA took an ass kicking at the hands of South Florida.
Not unfortunately, Ben. This is what he deserved after that nonsense the week before. Here we go.
To ask you about the quarterback protection, was that all on what South Florida did? It looked like they brought some blitzes, or was there something you think you guys could have done better there?
There was once where our running back didn't pick up the sound fire. That would be an MA on us. But the rest of them, we were just getting whipped. We had a full slide protection, had a real chance to score a touchdown. Jamel ran right past him on a post route, and we got beat at left tackle. Got a speed rush on the outside. It's technique. It's all on coaching. It doesn't matter. But as far as missed assignments, we had 1. The other 5 were physical.
It's NIL.
Yeah, they did a great job. I'm not trying to say they didn't, but they played pretty much an 8-man box most of the night and said, you're not going to run the football and you're going to have to throw it. And they were pressing us, so you got to get the ball thrown down the field, which means you got to protect a little longer. And we didn't do that in any way. It was the first time I really thought our line just got overwhelmed. Even A&M, I thought we competed harder and better.
Greg.
So how do you address that physicality with the defense going forward at this late stage of the season?
It's tough. It's because of it's the timing of the year, and I warned y'all. I try to tell everybody. I know everybody's like, "Well, what? You sound like we're going to lose before you ever get there." I knew we were going to play way above our head, and we didn't. Greg. We did not play well, and they were a really good team.
And then after the game, Coach Golish made some comments essentially saying that your statements through the week about USF buying players sort of discredits the work that the players and coaches there have done to build that program and achieve the success they have this season. I was just wondering if you heard those comments and if you have any response based on that.
When you win, you get to say what you want to at the mic. So congratulations, Alex. Your team whooped their tail.
Yeah, I was wondering where he was going to go with that, because he sure as hell took advantage of that the previous week.
Yeah,
that was a good answer. That was the best answer he could have given.
Yeah,
I don't ever do this, but when they were playing and losing by 30 or whatever, I Twitter searched his name, Traylor, and they're not the UTSA fans were not happy with his performance after that win the other day, where he was calling fans spoiled and the media spoiled, and then basically said they had no chance against USF because of NIL. They're not weirdly they did not take kindly to that. So.
He was a little subdued. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah, that's not who he signed up
Where's
for.
that energy? Yeah. Where's that energy, Jeff?
One of the reporters should have brought a football and walked it up and put it on the thing. Coach, you forgot your football. Remember when you
where's your football where you're going to talk shit to us for 10 minutes?
You took off your belt and put
that
the
old
football down?
Yeah.
Well done. Who do we got, Ben?
I thought you guys, Jeff and Corey, would both enjoy that follow-up that we got there. So
I wanted to see how he'd answer that. He did it at the very end. That was the only thing he could say. Yeah.
We've got two more now, guys. Texas Tech head coach Joey McGuire. He was the one throwing some shade, throwing some shots at Notre Dame that we alluded to earlier on in the show. The team he mentions at the start of the clip that he's glad joined the Big 12 is BYU. And then he goes in on Notre Dame. So here we go.
Okay.
I was really excited whenever they joined the Big 12 because I think that they carry a lot of weight and a lot of respect. I think that I have a lot of respect for them entering a conference and not playing an independent schedule like other people. Y'all already know who that is. And so I have a lot of respect for that. I mean, they're earning their right just like everybody but a couple of people in the nation are earning their right through conference play, and playing in some really tough places. I have so much respect.
All right. That's one that'll warm the heart of Corey Clark for sure.
It's fun to make fun of Notre Dame. The only thing is, and I want to, but I mean, when you're playing, Miami on the road to start the year and Texas A&M, and I mean, like they're playing some people now. It's not like Notre Dame's not playing people.
Yeah, but why do they get to not be in a conference?
Well,
are they more valuable than Ohio State or Texas? They're in conferences.
Well, no, because they have a television network that pays them more than anybody else, and that's how they get to do it. They would say yes.
I guess, but then they
yes,
but
yes we are
is
what they would say.
Sure, great, but then you shouldn't be able to enjoy the fruits that the people that are in conferences do.
You and I might agree on this, but Notre Dame's going to say, yes, we do.
No, but it does suck that there's like exceptions for the playoff.
100%. It's all ass. But my point is, if you come at it from Notre Dame's standpoint, they're like, yeah, sucks for y'all, but we get to do it.
Right.
What I would love is like that to keep every coach in America. That should be their opening talking point.
Sure.
Almost anybody that's in playoff contention should be like, well, yeah, it's cool to see Notre Dame's ninth. Even though they don't have to play a conference championship game. They're not even in a conference.
We all agree on this. Anybody associated with the sport not involved with Notre Dame agrees on this. And yet it's been allowed to happen by both the NCAA, by all the bowls, by all the people who vote, by the BCS, by everybody. So that's why Notre Dame just keeps doing it.
And that's what we appreciate this coach calling him out for it.
Yeah, we like that he called him out. And I'm telling you, if everybody did it, the grounds, because I think so many people just live their lives like this is just the way life is. Notre Dame's an independent and gets to enjoy all the fruits. But it doesn't have to be that way.
Something.
Who? There's nobody. When's the last time a conference coach talked
Corey, do you
shit
think
about
that
Notre Dame?
Nobody in college football?
No. I'm asking you a post-game press conference or a pre-game.
Oh, no, probably not in a post-game press conference.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying do that every week. Kirby should be doing it. Ryan Day should be doing it. Pat Narduzzi should be doing it. Mike Norvell for a few more weeks should be doing it every week. Have people like, yeah, why does Notre Dame get all this? Why aren't they in a conference? Then they'll join the Big Ten. It won't help Florida State at all anyway. Right, Ira? Thanks.
Good. What do we got, Ben?
All right, we're going to close things out with Missouri coach Eli Drinkwitz. He's got some interesting thoughts on the playoffs and the lack of Missouri being in it.
Okay.
I know we got a chance this week to play for a rock and play for the seniors. And there's always something to play for. I talked about this in the SEC Media Days, okay? We got to get out of this. Oh, man, it's playoffs or bust. Yes, again, we're shooting for the moon. We're going to put our whole self into that. But only 12 teams make the playoffs, and we put ourselves in position in November to be there. Okay, didn't get it done. I got that. But if the season only counts for 12 football teams, and we got 127 Division I playing football teams, that math's not going to math very well. That math's not going to math very well. Okay? Football is more than just the playoff potential. And, again, we were there. We were there. We didn't get it done. But, there's a whole heck of a lot to be proud of. There's a whole heck of a lot to play for. Again, when I took over, we didn't go to a bowl game. We had NCAA probation. All right? And ever since then, we've been going to a bowl game. And, there's a lot of programs right now that would trade us spots. I had a coach text me today. Said, Coach, there's a lot of programs in the country that would trade for the number of wins your team has. And that's a perspective that most people don't have.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
Just keep on fighting, keep on believing, and we're going to get ourselves back there. We're going to bust through. Didn't happen so far, but you know what? Don't discourage me.
You think? Quick question. You think that text exists?
No, that's why I wanted to say. Like, show us that text.
I don't think he got that text.
The only possible way he got that text was if it was from like a somebody who wants a job with him, like an assistant coach somewhere who wants a job. Because
what if his dad might have been a coach, and his dad texted him that, and he's like, "I got a text from a former coach." He doesn't mention that it's a family member.
It's like, I'm going to throw this general statement out there and attribute it to a coach that may have happened.
It's a bad habit in college football these days.
I like him. I mean, I think he's a good coach. I think, I think he's a good coach. I think he's got a good personality. I don't dislike him at all. But I was much more on board with the coaches when they'd say, look, man, there's only going to be one team that wins a national title. Or there's only going to be 2 teams that make the championship game. Or there's only going to be 4 teams in the playoff. Now we get to 12. Like, let's not act like this is some unbelievable, unattainable quest to get to 12. It's not. I don't like that.
Do you think part of him wanted to be like, and y'all are at Missouri,
right?
What
That's
do
kind of
y'all
what he
expect?
came across as.
But that's kind of how it came across. Yeah, that's the energy. And so many of these coaches have adopted when they start losing. You see all the games I've won before because he did that. Yeah. He dropped that in there. When I got here, we were on probation. Nobody was going anywhere. But now we go to bowls every year. So they always start with their accomplishments. Dabo does it every week. Then they get into you ungrateful sons of bitches without saying you ungrateful sons of bitches. That's exactly what he's doing. I'm like, come on. Then they make up stories. That's another part. All these coaches like to just straight up lie. He didn't get that text. No coach texted him out of nowhere. Coach, there's a lot of teams that would love to swap plays with. Nobody sent that text.
No, probably not. And what I did miss, because that looked like that was a radio show too, right?
Yeah.
I missed somebody next to him not holding the football so he could sign it. But also, it didn't appear like anybody was listening to him. It just seemed like noise in a restaurant. And could they even hear him? Is he over the loudspeaker?
No, I think what's happening now, man, is and I think it was in both of these situations. There's these coaches' radio shows, like the hosts are probably also putting their phone there and recording it for Twitter. Like, Jeff Culhane for Florida State, he puts it on himself and his co-host during the games. So I think these are not like the TV feeds, but if you're going to do that, then maybe tell the coach so he doesn't like lay back like this. I mean, I don't know if that's what Eli's trying to convey there, but
Eli, we got video now. There's some video out here. You can't grab your balls. Stop scratching your nuts, Eli. We're trying to do.
I know nobody in Harpo's is listening to you. They're not even looking up here at us, but still, this is being broadcast.
Dude, that's going to be great. Like, more of these. He's going to have his leg up in the air, and he's going to be talking. Like, what are we doing, dude? Oh, man. Audience. Well done, Ben. Well done. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Ira. I'm Jeff. Thank all of you. Hey. I haven't completely wrapped it up yet.
Wrapping up.
He say bye to everyone and then PS it with the coach of the week.
As we exit, who is our Dave Aranda coach of the week?
I mean,
I like Dave's story about.
I did too.
Does Dave win the Dave Aranda coach of the week?
The whole bizarreness of Mark Pope.
No,
the jury duty, not knowing how it works. No. The girl standing there with all the stuff to sign. Him asking people if they've ever had jury duty, like that's asking if they've been on the moon.
Like he's special to have been called for jury duty.
I got jury duty.
Ben, do we have anybody else that should be?
I'd like to nominate Pat Narduzzi myself.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love the whole message sentiment behind it. The fact that he was so specific with the score, not just 100 points. He gave the actual 110 to 10.
Greg, who asked the question to Traylor, deserves some credit too, man. That was a lengthy and thorough. So Alex Golesh said, and then just went into this whole. I mean, man,
Greg couldn't wait. Greg couldn't wait.
Yeah,
I've watched a lot of these UTSA press conferences through the since we've been doing this show, and Greg is the best thing about Greg is not only does he have like these detailed questions, he's got about 160 of them.
Yeah,
because a lot of times it's just him and Traylor or maybe one other person. And dude, and anytime there's a pause, he's got another question.
Greg's like, "Come on, man, let's go. I got more of these." Yeah.
And Traylor loves them.
I'm gonna let you pick it because I don't.
I'm saying Narduzzi. I like Narduzzi. I like the first part
called
of
out
Narduzzi.
Notre Dame. Do we go anything there?
That's your guy,
McGuire,
Corey?
no, I'd rather, because Narduzzi did it too in his own way. I just like the 103 to 10.
You know what? I think if we can't decide, Ty goes, to Aranda.
Yeah.
Ty
Congratulations, Dave Aranda. Yet another Dave Aranda Coach of the Week award for you.
To beat the champ, you got to be the champ.
Yeah, you're right.
Ira, you nailed it. You nailed it. All hail Dave Aranda yet again, gang. Well done. Okay, this time. Ira, Corey, I'm Jeff. Thank you, Ben. Great job. And thanks to all of you. Like, share, celebrate, build monuments to Coach Speak. Until next time, peace.